Here we go, sailing across the sea! And that must be Palma Costa. On our way to the next seal, how exciting! That was very long. The game really wanted to focus on that town for like a good 15 seconds. What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to another episode of Tales of Symphonia Chronicles. In the last episode, we defeated this mysterious yet at the same time clumsy ninja. We don't know anything about this ninja, about this assassin, but she disappeared, so we're okay, We're just going to continue on with our adventure here. Now, as I did say, we are at the end of the Ossa Trail, but before actually leaving the trail, why don't we go ahead and see what this little cave has? Let's see what's inside this little cave where this mysterious assassin came from, and in which she fell into actually, thanks to that trap door. It looks like the tunnel is still usable. I wonder if it was abandoned recently. It doesn't look like they exhausted the ore. There must have been some reason why they had to cease mining operations. The Desians. Most likely, yes. The Desians, of course, have to go ahead and ruin everything for us. It wasn't all that long ago, but you guys remember what happened back at Izoold. That was ridiculous. In this treasure chest, we found a fine guard. That sounds like something that is a lot more powerful than any guard that we might currently have equipped, but I'm not sure who it would go to. Fine guard. Fine. Oh man. So yes, even though we're thankful because Colette's defense has been increased, we're not actually using Colette. But don't get me wrong, Colette is definitely a great character that that would definitely be good to have on your party. But right now, I prefer having the current party that I've got. Lloyd, Genus, and our two healers, Rain and Kratos. And of course, Kratos is not just a healer, but he is a very talented combatant, able to do both physical and magical attacks. But yeah, it looks like the enemies that we can find here in this cave on the Ossa Trail are the same as the enemies that we can find on the trail itself. And you know what? One thing that I should do is double check the monster book to make sure that I actually recorded the information of all of the enemies here on the Ossa Trail. I did die a good number of times in the last episode, maybe once or twice. That's already once too much, you know what I mean? But it would be good to double check to make sure that I was able to save the information of these monsters. So I did get the information on the Guardian Wind, thank goodness. So, because that's a boss, obviously. We don't know if we're going to run into that specific dude again. It looks like we didn't get the information on the witch, which is on there are witches on the Ossa Trail, so that's not good. That's not good, ShdwjGaming. You have to do a better job keeping track of who you have collected information from. The clumsy assassin, of course. I'm not seeing here the thief. Yeah, we've had his information for the longest time already. Other than that, it looks like we're still missing a good amount of enemies. Yeah, there's no axe beak or anything like that, huh? Okay, that's a little odd. I'm not entirely sure why it's like that. Maybe because I died and then it didn't save when I did collect the information of these enemies. But, you know, that's not too important. I'll stop rambling on about this.
That wasn't too bad.
Alright, Kratos with the level up. Awesome. We might have gotten a negative 0.1 grade from that, but still, good on ya, Kratos. Nice, black silver. That is material that we can use for customization a little bit later on down the road. I don't know how long it'll take for us to be able to use our black silver that we just acquired, but that's okay. Since Genus is already KO'd, and I don't want to use a life bottle right now, you guys remember how expensive those were. Let's just go ahead and assign Colette. It's been a while, Colette. It's been a while since we last fought together, but glad to have you back on board. Oh, there is a creature here. But first, I want to see what's in these treasure chests. Beast Fang, nice. More material that we can use for customization. And then EX Gem level 1. That is awesome. You guys remember that EX Gems do great things for these characters. I'll go ahead and equip this one for Lloyd. This one, the first one that I've got equipped right now, is strong, and as you remember, it does increase our strength stat. So now we can choose another ability or skill among these list of skills. And I think that what would be nice is if I chose tough. I did increase my attack with strong, but now I want to increase my defense with tough. Now, when it comes to this dude is actually not your typical enemy. As you can see, you can trigger a battle by talking with him, not simply running into him. He says, "I fight strong ones. You face me." I do face you. I'm facing you right now, but does that mean that you want to face us? Like you want to battle us? Sure, Skull. Let's try. Let's give it a shot. Prepare to die. Oh, how creepy. Oh, legit, how creepy. It's even got its own opening animation. This is the sword dancer, ladies and gentlemen. He is the same sword dancer that you see in the opening cinematic of this game. And he is actually a boss that we will be seeing multiple times in this game. So this will be our first encounter with the sword dancer, and his HP is very high. It's not something that you can intimidate at all. This boss is someone that you should not underestimate at all. Excuse me. That doesn't make sense. Someone that you shouldn't intimidate. We should be intimidating him. I meant we shouldn't underestimate him. This is what happens when you're so focused on the battle. Oh man, Lloyd is the only one that is doing absolutely terrible here. With what? 3 strikes of the sword? We die. This guy is ridiculously strong. Unfortunately, as much as I would want to take this guy on, I really feel like we're underleveled. Be gone, weaklings! We're weaklings! We're weaklings! One thing that you guys might be asking yourselves right now is, hey, why didn't it take us to the title screen? The sword fighter, or the sword dancer, excuse me, is a character that is a little bit unique, an enemy or a boss that is a little bit unique in that if we die to him, it actually doesn't give us a game over, but he's basically saying, oh, nice try, come again, good sirs and madams, and we'll do that if we can, but we're a little bit too underleveled right now, and where we're at, we've still got a good ways to level up a good amount of these characters. Lloyd and Rain are pretty close to leveling up, but I don't want that to be the priority of this episode. And I'll go ahead and say it right now. I hope you don't consider this a spoiler. But with the sword dancer, as you continue to progress through the story, he disappears from his locations, you know? Like, for example, we just saw that he was in the Ossa Trail cave, right? But if we continued on in the story, if we progressed a little bit too far, then he would basically move away from his initial location. But like I said, he is an enemy that you run into a good number of times in this game, just in different locations, in different dungeons, in different spots. However, I know that, actually I'm not entirely sure, I think that you do earn some type of reward for beating him. I don't remember what it is though. Fighting in a party means that coordination with your partners is important as well. Yeah, your choice of strategy and orders can greatly affect the tide of battle. Do not forget that you are not alone. Yeah, I know that already. Unison attack is now available. So let's read this explanation. I'm excited to start using unison attacks because they are very important in this game. Unison attack is an attack in which the party members attack consecutively to deliver greater damage. In order to unleash a unison attack, the unison attack gauge must be filled. The unison attack gauge will increase by successfully scoring multiple hits on enemies during battle. When the unison attack gauge is full, the unison attack can be initiated by pressing R3. The unison attack sequence will begin if the initial unison attack hits the enemy. So here are the different positions for the the characters and the attacks and all of that. Pressing each of these buttons unleashes the set special move, one after the other. Special moves used during a unison attack do not consume TP. Now that's what I want to hear. In addition, depending on the special moves used, compound special attacks may occur. Try various different combinations. So, setting up unison attacks. Yeah, going back to those assigned buttons. Assigning the techniques used in unison attack to each button is done in the same manner as assigning techniques to buttons on the tech menu. Please note that the controlled character's unison attacks are the same as the text settings. By pressing plus, or the left control stick, plus the respective button, you can choose which techniques to use during the unison attack, but until you are accustomed to the system, it is best to avoid using L and use the buttons only. When you have become accustomed to the controls and are able to choose the appropriate move based on the situation, then try setting special moves to each of the respective directions on L. So awesome, now we've got information on strategies and unison attacks in our training manual, but as you can see here, according to the button layouts, the button assignments that we have given for each of the characters with their special moves, they are automatically assigned to the unison attack. So they're exactly the same, and if you change the button assignment, the button mapping for these attacks here in the unison attack, then they will change in the tech menu for each of the characters as well. And I know that that explanation was very long, and maybe the way that I explained it was a little bit confusing, but once you guys see it in action, it will all make sense pretty quickly. Who was that girl earlier? I hope you get to see her again. What in the world, Colette? What are you talking about? She's trying to kill you! Exactly, Colette. Yeah, once we become friends, I'll have to ask her why she's doing that. Huh? Are you kidding me? How do you plan on becoming friends with her? What would you suggest? Me? How am I supposed to know? Try to come up with a plan before we see her again. Wait, I have to come up with the plan? Colette is such a gentle-hearted, kind-spirited, young lady. You know, I believe that she is either 16 or 17 years old. She could be 18 even. But you know what? I wish that that kind of information was displayed here in the status menu. You know, you've got the whole profile picture, you know. It would be nice if in this game there was also a little bit of profiles for each of these characters, talking a little bit about their backstory maybe, talking about their age and other interesting facts, but no, you see a lot of the necessities. You see only necessities here. And I'm gonna keep Combo Newbie, by the way. I'm not gonna change that title. Yeah, there are enemies here in the overworld as well, but we are so low on HP right now that would not be safe. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the small fishing port of Izoold or Izoold. To be perfectly honest with you, when it comes to RPG or JRPG names, many times I get thrown off, especially in Tales of Zestiria. As you guys know, we are currently doing a playthrough of Tales of Zestiria on the channel, and there are names that would come up where I would just not be 100% sure how to pronounce them. That woman. What is it? Ah, it's just the clothes that assassin was wearing. Don't you think they look rather unique? Indeed, they aren't something you see every day. I know! I bet they're dwarven clothes! The ones I'm wearing now were made by my father. Well, don't they look kinda similar? How can you call them similar? Is this what happens when one is raised by a dwarf? Oh my goodness, poor Lloyd, poor Lloyd. He was just trying to pitch in the conversation. So here, this is apparently a store called the Deep Blue, but I think that you can only buy, oh no, you can buy gels and bottles. I thought it was only like foods and fishes and all this good stuff that you could buy. But it turns out that you could buy a good amount of this stuff too. We're low on life bottles, we're still okay with apple gels. We've got 1782 gold right now, so that's pretty good. But after all that level grinding, I was kind of hoping that I would have had a little bit more. But you know what, that's okay. We'll make do with what we've got. So as you remember, we need to look for a ship to cross the sea. So we gotta go ahead and talk to some of these NPCs here, some of these people. Ah, Afreed, where are you now? Are you still wandering the seas? How can I quell these feelings I have? Aphrid, so intense. So intense. Oh man, she is head over heels right now. My granddaughter is so naive. She let herself be toyed around by that rogue. Okay, well, sounds like a very young lady who is obviously head over heels for this Aphrid guy. Perfect. We need to stay here at the inn. 120? Why is it? It's more expensive than the inn back at Triet. That's okay. This is a necessity right now. Staying at the inn. Man, it's hard to believe Colette has wings now. Yeah, I was surprised too. Say, Colette, what's going to happen at the next seal? What? Next, maybe you get an angel halo? Or your body starts glowing? I don't think it'll be horns or fangs or anything. I mean, you're an angel after all. Genus, stop. Okay, now it's time for children to be getting to bed. Colette, it's weird, isn't it? Having wings. No, it's not. Even if you become an angel, you're still you, okay? Thank you, Lloyd. You see, I still love the friendship between Lloyd and Colette. That's definitely not something that is easy for Colette, being transformed into an angel. Obviously, gaining wings the way that she did back at that Triet ruins, back at that seal at the Triet ruins, that's not a normal. I would say that most people don't grow angel wings the way that she did. So I'm sure that she's very confused about what is going on herself. But all she knows is that she has a responsibility as the chosen to regenerate this world of theirs. This world that is in dire need of salvation. So she's carrying that load, and she's being strong for the party and for basically all of humanity. And the elves. And the half-elves, because there aren't only humans here. Hello, little girl. Do you know anything about ships that we can rent? They say Max is head over heels in love with Lila. Although Lila doesn't seem to be interested in him at all. And there is the pain of unrequited love, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not get started on that, because that's not really something that we want to think about. Or maybe for some of us remember. Yikes. Come on out, my dear. Who is he talking to? Shh! Don't tell anyone I'm here! What is going on? Is this hide and seek? Okay. I don't know. She's just kind of hiding from that dude. Oh, so this is the Max that little girl was talking about. Lila, all you ever talk about is Aphrid. Why won't you pay attention to me? Why? Why won't you return my my feeling of love and of passion for you? It happens, dude. There's a weird guy who drifts around the ocean in a homemade boat. That is a little bit weird. It's pretty dangerous. Have you seen my dog? I think there's a dog at the entrance of this place, isn't there? Oh, look, there's another poster of us. Lloyd Irving, wanted criminal. If spotted, contact the nearest human ranch. Speaking of, I wonder where the nearest human ranch is in this location of the world. Say, don't you look a bit like that wanted poster? Uh-oh, he's worrying. But she says she's just kidding. What a relief. What a relief for Lloyd and the party, but most likely for Lloyd. The Chosen is going to come here soon. We are already here, but we won't... We're not coming in with trumpets or trying to be all extravagant and whatnot. What? You're looking for a ship? We're fishermen. Try someone else. Do you agree with what he's telling us here? Do you want us to look somewhere else? You want to go to sea? You should ask the boss. Is this your boss? Well, he just shared his thoughts on renting out a boat to us. You're looking for a ship? The only ship in this port still operating is the fishing boat that belongs to Max, son of the head fisherman. What if you try talking to him one more time? Hey, there's this dude. He's trying to go on a journey, but he's kind of lost right now. I came to stock upon fish, but they're not fishing right now. Sob. Excuse me, are you Max, the owner of this ship? Yes. Why? Could you take us to Palma Costa? You've gotta be kidding. The sea is dangerous, no way. Well, there's our answer. It's basically the same answer that everyone else has been giving us. I can understand, because from the setting of this town and the environment, it's so peaceful and it's so quaint that I could imagine that these guys would rather prefer to live the peaceful life of fishermen rather than serving as I guess captains to take people between cities across the sea. Saying the same thing, huh? Okay, I will go ahead and talk to a few more people, but I will be right back. There's no Desian human ranch in this area, so we can relax and live in peace. A tiny village like this probably isn't even worth attacking. So that actually answers the question that I had not too long ago. That's good. That's good for these people of Izoold or Izoold. I don't even know. The point is that I'm just happy for them. They don't have to worry about Desian attacks. Okay, so suddenly this little cutscene was triggered when I talked to her a third time. I talked to her a second time after speaking with Max, so I don't know. Legit, I don't know what triggered it. Whatever. How can I quell these feelings I have? Ifrid. I feel like I change the pronunciation of that dude's word every time. If you're looking for Ifrid, we heard he went back to his hometown. Oh. Okay, it must have been when I was speaking to some of the NPC while I was looking around earlier. That's what triggered this cutscene. What did you say? Is that true? Yeah. Isn't it, Lloyd? Yeah, so it seems anyway. This is my chance! Head over heels. Just like what we've been saying, head over heels. What do you think about this? Just saying the same thing. Oh, here she is. What's the matter with you? You're going to refuse my request? He's returned to his hometown of Lewin. It's not like that. There are giant monsters at sea now. It's dangerous, and I care about you too much to let you come aboard. That's all. Fine, then you can go deliver the letter for me. No! Why should I have to act as a go-between for my rival in love? Oh, please, stop whining. Fine. You there, excuse me. Us? Do you see anyone else here? I'd like you to deliver this letter for me to Ifrid in Lewin. We can't deliver it if we can't cross the ocean. If you'll deliver it, I'll have Max take you on his boat. You can't be serious. Well, there's obviously no other way to get to Palma Costa right now. So let's agree. Then it's settled, alright, Max? I'm not going to do it! You're kidding me! Are you saying it's alright if my letter doesn't make it to Ifrid? Lila, no, I mean it's not... I don't mean that. Then what do you mean? If you keep making a fuss about this, I'll just do this on my own. Okay, I'll go. You should have just said that from the start. Ben, it's in your hands now. Make sure it gets to him. What a feisty young lady. A little bit inconsiderate, but... Yeah, exactly, Lloyd. I agree with you. Let me know when you're ready to leave. It looks like he's crying. Oh, man. Love. Oh, boy. Amor. Love. Oh, my goodness. Are you ready? I think we're ready. We won't bother buying new equipment quite yet. Okay, then let's set sail. Don't blame me if we run into any monsters. Now we can finally go to the next seal! Yeah! I was afraid this journey would force me on a boat sooner or later. Rain, are you not comfortable riding on boats? Yeah, look, she's not even standing up. Then again, it is a pretty small boat. We're at sea! We're at sea! Settle down, this thing's tiny. Do you want to fall out? Gee, I'm so sorry my ship is too tiny for you. I'm gonna fall! If one of them had fallen off, That would have made for a pretty funny scene. But no, I do wish for safe travels for these guys. Here we go, sailing across the sea! And that must be Palma Costa. On our way to the next seal, how exciting! That was very long. The game really wanted to focus on that town for like a good 15 seconds. We're here. Thanks, Max. What are you going to do now? I'll request escort from a Palma Costa warship or something. Well, take care. Escort from a Palma Costa warship? Huh. So he really wasn't playing around when he said that the seas were dangerous. He wasn't just trying to keep that letter from getting to his rival in love. So this is Palma Costa, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, it's a much more busy town. As a matter of fact, it's not even a town, it's a city. It's a full-on city. I'm the mysterious gourmet, the wonder chef. Are you really? Are you really? Dude, this guy needs to get out of the way. He was standing in front of the old lady. The lady. It's rude to call her an old lady. What is it, Lloyd? I think there are more things I must learn in order to fight powerful enemies. Huh. What? Lloyd, you will grow stronger. Huh? It is easy to continue recklessly swinging a sword, and that is probably enough to take care of your average enemy. But it won't serve you when faced with a truly strong opponent. You, Lloyd, are in the midst of realizing that I just butchered those two sentences. Therefore, you will undoubtedly grow even stronger. You think so? Grow strong, Lloyd. Man, I think that the relationship between Lloyd and Kratos is growing healthily. I like that. Here at Seven Seas, we mostly sell seafood. Oh no. We could use these for some of our, I guess, sandwiches. Look at the right side of the screen. The only, I guess, recipe that we can use these ingredients for are sandwiches. Nothing else. And we can't even use some of them. Look, we can't even. Yeah. Well. That's okay. That's okay. We will learn more recipes later on down the road, but for now, or you know what? I think that it actually is a little bit wise to buy just a little bit. Oh, you know what? No, these are expensive. I could buy one whole apple gel with 100 gold, and a piece of pork is 120 gold. That's a little bit too much. But all right, here we go. This is what I wanted to see. I wanted to see what weapons and armor they're selling here. Oh, so here's something that's a little bit unique. I don't think they had this back at Triet. At least I don't think so anyway. I could be wrong. No. They did. My bad. But here, you can exchange grade for materials and, of course, equipment customization. Now, oh, nice. There you go. Oh, man. We don't have a rapier, do we? I think that you can buy a rapier here. So we've got the white silver that we need. So we'll, if we can, buy a rapier and then upgrade for Lloyd, because he will be so strong afterwards. My goodness. Flying disc. Doesn't Colette have a flying disc? Might be equipped. Yeah. So it's equipped right now. So we can do that for Colette. You know what? First, let me see if I can buy that rapier. Perfect. Oh my goodness. I'm excited. I'm excited whenever I can get a jump start when it comes to weapons and armor and all of that, cuz my goodness, it helps with battles so much later on down the road. So this rapier is a sword designed specifically for thrust attacks. Let's go ahead and buy one for now. Oh man, that's really expensive, but it'll be worth it. Trust me, guys. It'll be worth it in the end. We're not just being unwise with our money or whatever. I'm curious to see though. I want to see the stats of this rapier. So 238 slash and 263 thrust. So then afterwards, if we customize it and get the Masamune, if we read that in Japanese, I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be pronounced in Japanese syllables, but it's Masamune. So let's use our white silver that we acquired. It's a very sharp blade, nickname Gauntlet Cutter. Oh man, so let's take a look. Let's take a look at just how strong it is compared to the rapier, okay? Moment of truth, here we go. Oh my goodness, nice. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so it definitely did push up the slash a good amount. With the thrust, it didn't increase it by all that much, but still, like I said, it was definitely worth buying the rapier to upgrade to the Masamune. We can also give Colette the slicer ring. Let's see. We need black silver in order to upgrade. I'm just considering because we don't really use Colette all that much, but I think it's just good to be prepared anyway. Let's do that. Let's equip that for Colette. Man, my goodness. Oh, but wait. It was actually the flying disc that she had equipped. I just unequipped the flying disc so that I could upgrade it. But still, that's powerful. A gem rod for Rain, okay. And then of course a steel sword for our good friend Kratos. We have a ridiculous amount of beast fangs, by the way, so I'm glad that we've got a good stock on those, so that later on down the road, customizing would be pretty easy for us. We don't have to do too much collecting of those beast hides and beast fangs. But look at the gem rod, my goodness, so much more powerful than her current rod. And then the stiletto compared to the steel sword is, okay, I see. It decreases the accuracy by a good amount, but when it comes to attack, it's reasonable. It's reasonable. It'll all be worth it in the end, guys. Don't you worry one bit. Oh, then there's... Okay, I've been spending a good amount of time here. Maybe you guys are bored with this equipping and upgrading already. I don't even have enough money to buy any more stuff, so we'll have to upgrade a little bit later on down the road. Those design people are bad guys, right? Mom said Door will get them. Door? Who is Door? Who is this Door of which you speak, young child? Oh, Colette. There she goes again. Ow! What did you do that for? Oh, I'm sorry. Ah, the Palma potion we just received. Hey lady, that was a very valuable potion. How are you planning on making up for this? I'll buy a replacement potion right away. Replacement potion? Do you seriously think that's going to be enough to appease my anger? Oh, come on. Now you just sound like an idiot. What did you say? Do you know who we are? And I should care because... Why, you little... Stop. I'd like to leave here as soon as we can. Don't start any unnecessary trouble. I agree. Let's just have them replace the potion. Ah, you got off lucky this time, kid. Hurry up and go buy that potion. There's no need to bother, Colette. No, I ran into them, so I have to pay for it. Fine, alright. Colette always making good of the mistakes that she makes. You're only human, Colette. You're only human, so be sure not to beat yourself up, Colette. What's good is that you are making good of those mistakes, and you are trying to fix them. Welcome to Skipper's Haven. Like I said, it gets more expensive each time. But we don't need to stay at an inn. We're max HP and TP. So, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like this would be a good place to conclude the episode for today. We've actually been running for a very long time now. Time just really flies by whenever we're playing Tales of Symphonia, huh? But I'd like to go ahead and thank you guys for stopping by, for watching this episode. Thank you guys very much for your time. If you enjoyed what you saw, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to see more from me here on ShdwjGaming on YouTube. And of course, if you would like to stay updated with the latest live streams as well, yes, we do stream on Twitch. Be sure to go ahead and follow me at twitch.tv/ShdwjGaming. Again, that is twitch.tv/ShdwjGaming. All right, thank you guys once again. I will see you in the next episode of Tales of Symphonia. But until then, take care.